Greetings. COVID-19 has delayed premieres and stopped production both of the movies that everyone is anxiously waiting for, and of those that seemed like a potential disappointment.
Better safe than sorry. We also decided to switch to a home edition for a while to keep you updated, and so you don't get bored while staying at home. Today we are going to make a short list of 5 movies that fans have been eagerly waiting for. Oh, to think of all the questions that will be left unanswered for a long time due to coronavirus delays. Such a pity.
Or such a luck.
F9, the 9th part of Fast and Furious, tops this list because it has been delayed for almost a year. Its release date in North America has been rescheduled to April 2, 2021. That was my internal scream accidentally escaping.
Do you really regret the delay of this laughable action flick? Have you watched the trailer? Dominic Toretto's evil brother who came out of nowhere and wants to prove that he's better than Dominic. Do you hear this cough? No, it's not coronavirus. It's me choking on the quantity of cliches within the trailer alone. Imagine what watching this movie is going to feel like.
Oh, I can imagine it very well, thank you. First, we're going to find out how Han managed to survive. Tokyo Drift was supposed to be the end for him, but apparently he is well and alive. I wonder what it will mean for Deckard Shaw, who was originally the one to blame for Han's death. And also, Vin Diesel recently teased a grand surprise cameo in F9 for the fans.
I wish he would tease the presence of logic in the movie.
Some movies aren't about logic. They are about entertainment. You must have forgotten the spirit of the Fast Saga. We should rewatch all its parts someday, Mr. Scoffer.
No thanks. Speaking of the other things, I will be glad not to watch soon. A Quiet Place Part 2, the premiere of which also got postponed.
Why is that? I thought you almost liked the first part, as much as you are able to like anything, Mr. Scoffer. And the interesting about the second part is that the first movie focused on the survival of a patriarchal family, where the man, being the husband and the father, protected his wife and his children from the dangers of the world. But in the second part of the movie, his wife takes over the role of the main protector due to her husband's death. How will her character develop under those circumstances? That's what everyone's wondering about. Also, the second part of A Quiet Place will most likely allow us to learn more about those carnivorous monsters that hunt with the help of their hearing.
The first movie, despite all the irrational actions of the characters, lived up to its title. There was plenty of quiet in it. The actors had to show their mastery and play their characters in the conditions of silence that were forced upon them. The new movie, which is kind of a prequel and sequel at the same time, doesn't have the same limitations. Therefore, it loses all the thrill of the first movie, turning into another mediocre horror. And the fact that the mystery of the initial appearance of the monsters on Earth will most likely be revealed only makes it worse.
I know a prequel delay that made everyone sigh. I'm talking about the Black Widow movie. We were supposed to see it on May 1st, and now it is postponed for puppeteer knows how long. Since we lost Black Widow in Endgame, it feels especially unfair that we have to wait to see her again. Besides, Black Widow's solo movie is long overdue. Until now, most of Natasha Romanoff's actions have revolved around other characters and events. It's the first time her past will be revealed fully. We'll even finally find out what she and Hawkeye did in Budapest.
Just like Budapest all over again.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
I don't think there are many people who regret the delay of one of Marvel's many flicks. But whatever you say, Mr. Fullylover, I wonder if many people are going to be upset that No Time to Die with James Bond is delayed as well.
Of course! In the previous movie, Bond and Miss Swan defeated the super-secret terrorist organization, Spectre. Yet in the trailer of the new movie, we see CIA agent Felix Leiter visiting Bond, who previously retired, to get him back to work. So is Spectre back? Is Miss Swan possibly a traitor? Will Bond get killed off despite the name of the movie? After all, it's Daniel Craig's last appearance as James Bond, and the new version of the agent is yet to be introduced. Even if you are not a fan of the Bond series, you should know that No Time to Die was directed by Cary Fukunaga, the creator of the Maniac series, which means that the new Bond movie is going to be aesthetic as heck.
Have you noticed that all the movies we've mentioned today are sequels or hell knows which part of other films? Not a single original flick. I know that James Bond is a pop icon, but it disappoints me that his movies get turned into profitable attractions, not works of art. Don't think that Cary Fukunaga as a director will change the course of things.
Remakes and sequels can be works of art as well. And Mulan, the release of which is also postponed, is a good example of this. It looks as if it's going to be one of the most epic Disney remakes of the cartoons. Though, to be completely honest, it's more of an original than a remake. Both the cartoon and movie are based on the Chinese legend about Hua Mulan, but they seem to be different in tone and atmosphere.
Yes, the movie seems to be all about pathos and no humor.
You are just angry because they removed Li Shang's character from the plot.
Weren't you the one that cried about the absence of Mushu in the new movie for 3 hours straight?
Yes, I did. That's true. He was such a lovely trickster.
Apparently, an offensive lovely trickster.
Anyways, I'll be waiting for the new Mulan movie, no matter how long it takes.
And it might take a lot of time. Despite my thoughts on all these sequels and general contempt for most Hollywood movies and series, one thing is certain. The coronavirus pandemic has a heavy influence on the whole movie industry. It halts the movie production process and has already proved to be a huge disaster for cinemas and box offices all over the world.
Yes, some movie studios began looking for alternative ways to release their movies. Via streaming services, for example. There were rumors that Wonder Woman 1984 was going to give up its theatrical premiere in exchange for a video-on-demand launch. But those rumors were proved wrong when the premiere date was moved from June 5th to August 14th. At least, it won't take us too long to take a nostalgic trip back to the 80s and find out how Diana's dealing with her immortality. And also, there is the question of how did Wonder Woman's love interest get resurrected? Oh, I got carried away, so Wonder Woman will get its theatrical release, but it looks like not all movies will be that lucky.
One thing is clear. There are going to be big changes in the industry before all of this is over.
We can only hope that these changes are going to be for the better. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay safe! Roar!